Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Me and Jackie match, which I love. On Thursday, and Davina too. Oh my gosh, stop. It's just a pink party. I know, I see Marcy and Susan that you guys don't have like a video up, but I hope you can see us because we're pretty, that would be kind of awkward if you heard that and you're like, what? But what we're going to do tonight is I'm honestly just going to kind of tell you a little bit about my journey with Beachbody, what I have learned over the past 2 years, kind of how Beachbody has come into my life, what it's done for me, and then I'm going to go into how you guys can also join as a coach and join our team, and then I'll unmute everybody and we'll kind of do like a big open Q&A sort of thing. But a little bit about me, pre-Beachbody, Meredith. I was honestly always the little chubby girl. I, was the chubby girl with glasses and braces, and I was artsy and weird, and I never played any sports. I mean, I tried out for volleyball when I went into high school, and I was told, all my friends made me do it with them, and they told me that nobody was going to get cut because the amount of girls trying out was the perfect amount of girls needed to be on the team, and yet I still didn't make it. So not the athletic person. I never did anything fitness, health. I, basically almost failed gym class twice. They were going to send me to summer school for gym. Like, that's horrible. And it wasn't until about 4 years ago when I was unemployed and I was so bored just searching around to get a job online that I wound up looking on the TV, and I did one of those free on-demand workouts, and I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. And then it led, to me doing Zumba. So I was doing Zumba for a while, and then I met my boyfriend who was doing Insanity. And I never heard about Insanity before or anything, and he wanted me to do a workout with him, and I was in a new relationship, so I was like, yeah, let me do this. And he wanted me to do it. He was like, well, it has to be on a rest week, a recovery week. So if any of you have ever done Insanity, there is that recovery week where it's supposed to be easier, but it is not. Like, it still sucks. And I couldn't even get through the warm-up. I basically just laid on the ground, and I was cursing out my boyfriend, and I was cursing out this new man named Shanti. I didn't know what the F just happened to me, but I was not okay with it. But the thing about Insanity was at the very end of Insanity came on an infomercial for TurboFire. And if you guys don't know what TurboFire is, it is the program that literally changed my life. I fell in love with it. It was my thing. Like, it was dance, it was kickboxing, but it was fun and poppy, and the instructor, Chalene Johnson, is just so freaking cute and tiny and bubbly, and she's so positive. And it was literally in the middle of those workouts when I had this little thought pop in my head, and I was just like, well, wouldn't it be awesome if I was that person in somebody's screen, in somebody's TV, changing their life in their basement, because that's where I worked out. And working out kind of became my time where nobody could bother me. And I fell in love with it. I started losing weight. I started drinking Shakeology. I, saw my body changing, but my mindset was changing. And I just kind of had this feeling in my belly that I was meant to do more, that I could do more. I just didn't know. I didn't know what it was. And I was working in New York City as a eyewear designer. I hated it. I was in the corporate, setting, and I was in the fashion industry. So there's a lot of catty ladies out there. All of that stuff is very true. If you're in the fashion industry, that's just how it is. And I was not that kind of a person to sort of play the game in the corporate world. So I started looking into other things, and I came across an ad on Craigslist for the chance to work with Chalene Johnson, Tony Horton, and Shanti. And I was like, oh, yes, I want to work with them. So I messaged the girl right away. We had a conversation, but And it was obviously about coaching, but I didn't understand it. I didn't know what it meant for me as a person, because all I kept thinking of was, who the heck is going to buy a fitness program from me, right? Like, who am I? I'm not a fitness professional. I wasn't teaching any classes. I wasn't physically even able to do anything that I could do now. I mean, I was just doing Turbo Fire. I didn't even touch Insanity again. And, I obviously was having a lot of things going on with my body. I was set up to have a surgery. So I just didn't understand it. And it wasn't until months later, like 6 months later, when I met Sarah Try, who's my upline coach, and she was running a apprenticeship group for all new coaches, where basically she handholds you and teaches you exactly how to run the business, how to create a business online and create a presence on social media and actually start from scratch and build a business. So I signed up with her right away. I literally talked to her on a Thursday night, and by Friday morning, I was a coach. It was just one of those things that I just knew like I had to do. And she didn't even come to me. Like, I went to her, and my boyfriend was like, what the heck are you doing? Like, I signed up with P90X. I never picked up weights before in my life, so I was terrified of P90X. I was a cardio junkie. Like, all I did was Turbo Fire and I ran. And I signed up with P90X. I got me some weights, and I was terrified, and I had no idea what I was doing. I never took selfies. My profile picture was like not even of my face. Like, you didn't even know who I was. And I really came out of my shell throughout this process. And then also in the process of becoming a Beachbody coach, so I signed up in January, and I never opened up about having endometriosis. So if any of you on the call don't know what endo is, it's an autoimmune disease that affects us women. And I was dealing with these crazy pains every single day, in and out of doctors for years, like 10 years I was in and out of doctors. And finally I had a surgery, and they were like, yep, it's just endometriosis. And I'm like, I couldn't even pronounce endometriosis. I was like, endo tree, there's a cyst in there. Like, I didn't know what it was. And it was very scary. And I never opened up about it because I felt very alone, because it's something very personal. I mean, for my entire life, I just thought I had a really bad period, basically. I just thought I was one of the unlucky girls. I didn't know what normal was. And I was lucky enough to go to Disney World on a Success Club trip with Sarah as a coach for only 3 months. I was still a brand new coach. And I was listening to another coach open up and tell her story about how her life changed because of Beachbody. And it had nothing to do with endo or a disease or anything, but she opened up about her child having a learning disability. And she felt like a really bad mom because her son was struggling in school, and one day she just opened up about it on Facebook. And she got so many comments, and people came to her about her son, and she realized she wasn't the only person that was dealing with this. And that is actually what made her business change, is when she opened up about something so personal. And I was like, shit, I have to talk about endo. And it was the scariest thing I ever did. I sat there for 2 hours, literally sweating, and somebody else had to hit send to post this post. But in that moment is literally what was a huge game changer for me as a person, and then as a coach. I was able to quit my corporate job within 6 months of being a coach, because I had that passion deep in my belly. And by opening up and talking about something and reaching out to people and having people come to me, I was able to do that. And I truly believe that you guys that are here on this call, like, have either been invited by me or somebody else because we see something in you, right? Like, or you asked to be on this call because you feel that deep down in that belly. Like, you feel something that you're meant to do more. And we obviously see that you're meant to do more because we were in your shoes. So I know how scary the whole coaching thing sounds, especially if you're not a fitness professional. And that's the beauty of Beachbody, because you can truly make this opportunity anything you want. It can be as big as you want. It could be a full-time job. It can replace your job. It can truly become your entire life. Or it can be something you do on the side because you just like helping people. Or it could be something that you just want to do because you get 25% off Shakeology every month. I mean, it can be as big as you want or as small as you want. And that's the beauty of it. And the cool thing, too, is not to brag on our team, but we do have a lot of really great resources. We are able to basically put you through training where we literally walk you through and hold your hand through the entire process of what is coaching, how to be a coach, how to actually make a business for yourself. I mean, this isn't just, some like Tupperware thing, like back in the day when like my mom used to do this all the time. She would have like Tupperware parties and she would have like all of her friends come over. But the thing about those businesses is you would have to like purchase it and then sell it off, right? But like it's not like we as coaches like have boxes of workout DVDs in our basement, so it's not like you really have to invest a lot up front in it, which is crazy, because if you think about it, if you were to go start your own business anywhere else, whether it be a storefront or even something online, you have to invest a lot of money up front. But with Beachbody, you're investing $140 to start an entire business, which is pretty crazy. I mean, you also are able to get websites made. You'll get 3 websites as a coach, which alone, I've tried making my own and is not enjoyable. It is horrible. I've given up. I've tried it. It's just not fun. And it costs a lot of money to get a domain name and all that crap. You don't have to worry about anything. So the thing is, if you think about starting a business and starting something for your future, everything is basically given to you, which is pretty cool because you don't really get that anywhere else. And then I know, for me, when I first started, I was like, who's going to buy a program from me, right? Because anybody can go on Amazon and buy a DVD, right? Like you can go and find Insanity. You can find these programs online anywhere else. But the difference is you, like you become a brand. You are the reason why people are going to stay with you, because you offer so much more. We run monthly challenge groups. We run free clean eating groups. We do so much for our customers that you can't really get that anywhere. And at the end of the day, sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, somebody to kind of root for them and have their back. Having that, I think, sometimes is more important than anything. It's more important than anything on somebody's weight loss journey, is just having someone there to kind of help and guide you. So that's the whole, backstory about Beachbody. And the thing too, I mean, the amount of possibilities that you can do with Beachbody is pretty crazy. I've been on, in April will be my 3rd trip that I've earned for free. The first trip I went to Disney World. Last year, I went on I went on a cruise to the Bahamas, somewhere else, I don't remember. And then in April, I'm going to Mexico. So all of this was free because I earned it. I mean, there's really I definitely never got any perks like this from doing my job at my corporate job. I mean, I didn't even get a pat on the back. I didn't even get like a thank you at my old job, so having that appreciation and having the actual friendships that you get, I mean, I think that was a huge game changer for me. I know, especially, Jackie's on. I wouldn't have met Jackie if I never opened up about endo. I would have never met Davina if I didn't fall in love with Shalene, because we met at a live taping. Like, it's crazy the people that come into your life, and it's all meant for a reason. So with that said, I am going to tell you a little bit more about how to sign up, because now you guys are all pumped up and ready, right? You're like, I'm ready to sign me up. That's exactly what happened with me. I was just like, let's just do the damn thing. Like, what do I have to do? Like, enough talking. So the great thing about Beachbody is one of the main kind of like morals, I guess, I don't know, is being a product of the product, meaning you want to be drinking your Shakeology and doing a workout program. You can even do one of the cleanses, like as long as you're actually doing the something of Beachbody, like right now, like I'm doing Insanity Max, I'm following the 21-day fix meal plan with my mom, and we are both drinking Shakeology. So part of my job is to make sure that I work out and I drink Shakeology. Like, isn't that absolutely crazy? I literally get paid to work out. I get paid to work out and post on Facebook that I'm working out and just sharing that I'm working out. I mean, I remember when I did my very first post with P90X, coming as from a girl who never worked out before and never picked up weights and basically almost failed gym class. Like, for my high school Facebook friends to see me trying to do a pull-up was mind-blowing. I had people coming out of the woodworks trying to talk to me when I did a post about me trying to do a pull-up, because you're just sharing your journey. You're just opening up and talking about what you're currently doing. And I mean, usually, like, we're all just, and then you get a program after program after program, and it just becomes part of your life. It becomes part of your daily thing, and it keeps you accountable. I mean, if I don't work out, I'm like, ugh, my challengers are going to know. So if you struggle with accountability, I mean, you kind of have to do the workout. You know, you have to keep drinking your Shakeology because you're just being a product of the product, you know. And then by sharing, you know, like a selfie, like with your Shakeology cup, I mean, that's like, see, that's like all you need. That's you working, which is, when I think about it, it still like blows my mind how lucky I am that that's my job. My job is just to talk to people. So that's how you would sign up. We would have you sign up with us with a challenge pack. So that's what it's called. A challenge pack is basically a program and Shakeology kind of bundled up together in one box that's sent to you. And what happens is when you get a challenge pack, all of your initial coach fees are waived. So that's why we always usually go with a challenge pack, because you get Shakeology. So you'll get 30 days worth of Shakeology, and you'll also get a brand new program. So even if you currently have a program, because a lot of you might already be challengers or have an old school Insanity, something like that, even if you just get a new program, it's always cool to just have something else in your library, something that you can kind of pull out and do something new. And then also with the coach fees waived, that's another huge thing too. I mean, even if you signed up 30 days ago, you have a 30-day window period of getting those coach fees waived. So if you wanted to sign up today with a program like a challenge pack and you're just like not sure about the coaching, you still have a 30-day buffer to get all of your coach fees waived if you want it. And then if you are a military family, you also get a discount. All military families get all of their coach fees waived. So if you are part of a military family, make sure you let whoever sent you here know, so that way we can get you that extra discount. And then basically what you would do is you would sign up with a challenge pack, and right away we would go into our training. We run trainings once a month, and you would learn the ins and outs of everything. And it's only 10 days, which is awesome. And it's, 15, 20 minutes a day starting out that you would need to commit to our group. And then we would just start right away, basically, which is awesome because, I mean, you just got to kick off the ground running, right? So just kind of dive right in. You also get 3 websites. You also get a Spanish version and an English version, just in case. You never know. We're here to please everyone, right? So you get 3 websites, which is awesome. And the only thing that I ever did with my websites is just upload a picture of myself and called it a day. Websites are not my thing. But you do get 3 websites, which is awesome. And then because you get 3 websites, you have a $15.95 fee every month. And that's basically your maintenance fee. So even if you, if you're getting your Shakeology every month, which you usually do, you are considered an active coach. So you're pretty much set as long as you get your Shakeology every month, and then the $15.95 a month. So in a sense, you're paying $16 for a business every month, which, I mean, that's not a bad business expense, $16, to be able to, you know, set yourself up for financial freedom in the future, or pay off some bills and pay off student loans and buy a car or leave your job, whatever the case may be, you know. So all of those opportunities are totally there, and that's exactly how you would start and how we would kind of move on. I know a lot of people get nervous too when they sign up as a coach, because they're kind of like, now what do I do? We don't just kind of sign you up and throw you out into the wolves or anything. You know, you're basically stuck with us, and you join our awesome tribe of friends, and we're basically like a big old family. We have tons of prizes that we give away. We do, you know, gift swags. We have little competitions. It's just an awesome community of people, and it's something that I swear that I'm just blessed to have all of these people with me on a daily basis that are kind of behind me. And that's pretty much it. So that's kind of the life of a coach. I'm going to unmute you guys. If you want to raise your hand, if you have any questions, if anything kind of popped up in your mind as I was talking. Oh, but I can't see everybody. Okay, I'm going to unmute you guys so you can kind of chime in whenever you want. If there's any questions or comments or concerns, or if you want to just chat. Don't all jump on at once. I mean, if nobody has any questions, I mean, you can always, you know, talk to whoever sent you here. Just so I'll tell you guys a story while you think. So when I hosted one of these calls, Jackie was on it, and I never spoke to Jackie like face to face. I think we might have talked like briefly at the march or something, but it was never like a long conversation. And she raised her hand, and this little accent popped out of her mouth, and I was like, "Who is this girl? I need her in my life. She's stuck with me now." So if anybody has an accent, I would love to hear you.
Like I was at first.
I know. It's okay to be shy. I was a hot mess when I first signed up. I didn't know what I was doing. But now I can just so many pictures.
I'm gonna can I actually share something? I mean, I know I'm a coach. Okay, so and I mean this is just coming from me. I just what happened to me this week. So I kind of had an awful week. I'm kind of in the transition that Meredith was in herself, where she was working, you know, for corporate in New York City. I still am, but I found out last week that my hours were being cut due to business needs. And as a single woman trying to haul ass in New York City, sorry for the foul mouth, but I'm basically self-supporting. And it's very difficult to hear that, you know, what has been so comfortable is just snapped out of your hands. Like it's terrifying. And I've been so stressed out this entire week. It was my birthday week, and I felt like I couldn't fully enjoy it because, you know, I'm not going to get my paycheck. Oh my gosh. And then just today's payday for Beachbody. And I got my bank statement, and I practically cried, because I had an extra $200 and I was going to make it for one more week. So, I mean, if you need any kind of financial help at all, it's all how you work it. It really, and I mean, I've never been in it for the money. Gung-ho Beachbody girl myself. I mean, Turbo Fire all the way. But when you have that just a whole bunch of stress on your shoulders has just been chucked to the wind. Like, there's no better feeling than that, you guys. And this is really just the best job in the world. You get to talk to people, you get to help people, and you're just living by example and just saying, you know, I really enjoy kicking my own butt, so who wants to join me? You know, like, it's a fit family. It's great. So why not get paid for it, right? So I just wanted to share that little nugget of how Beachbody saved me this week. So.
I love that story. I could cry.
Girl. I'm the Shaun T girl.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I love Shaun T too. I'm an equal opportunity, but Shalene is just like my spirit animal. Like I can't, like, it's like Jesus and then Shalene right there.
So close. You're so close. But do any of you guys have any questions? I hope I answered everything for you.
Make your questions.
So basically, like I'll say it again, if you were ready to sign up, we have our next coach training is going to start on the 23rd. It starts on the 23rd, and it's for 2 weeks. And then what we do is, if you graduate, we give you a fun little graduation gift. And then what we do is we kind of move you into our 2.0 group, which we really dive in a little bit more deeper. So you aren't just kind of left on your own after 2 weeks either. You keep learning, you keep growing. You'll meet new people. Like our team is just growing, and it's just, basically February is such a good chance too to kind of log in and join, because most people have already failed at their New Year's resolutions. So it's like the time to kind of start again, basically, and everybody needs a little cheerleader. So thank you guys for logging in. That's all I have. And if you have any questions, make sure you talk to whoever sent you here, and we will definitely answer any of your questions. But honestly, guys, like my life is 100% changed, all because of this Beachbody coaching thing, and me just taking a chance on myself that one night and signing up right away, even though everybody in my immediate world was absolutely crazy. I doubted myself from day one, and I still did it. I still took a chance on myself, because I knew deep down inside of my belly that there was just something more for me. I was meant for more, and I knew that I just wanted to help people, and I didn't know how else I could do that. And then this popped up in my life, and it's been a huge game changer. Don't know where I would be right now if it wasn't for Beachbody. Probably be in a much darker hole. So obviously you guys are here on this call, and we really, really appreciate you for logging in. I know some of you, it's kind of late if you're on the East Coast, so I appreciate you taking your night and hanging out with us. So make sure you